What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today, I want to talk to you about what it's like to be in the Undeniable Closers Mastermind, or UCM for short, with JD Daly, the GOAT. In short, it changed my life. I got an offer in my first 3 weeks after joining, and I have been working in the high ticket space ever since. I have not gone back to construction or bartending or any other dead end jobs. This is my full time life now. And no, I don't work for the guy. He just changed my life, and it took me, as I said, from dead end jobs to working from my laptop in my bedroom, traveling. It changed my life. So, um, let me share a little bit of backstory to actually finding UCM, and then how I joined it and everything like that. I had been working in a 9 to 5 like high ticket sales job, but it was like B2B tech security. I was showing up to an office every day, and I knew I could sell online. I was selling from a computer in an office. I knew there was a way to do it online. So I started searching on like YouTube and stuff like that, and it was just telling me to like buy guaranteed placement programs and sales training and all this stuff. And I was kind of stubborn, and I was like, I'm in sales already. I don't need to buy a program. Like, what are you talking about? And I was also just guarded. I thought everything was bullshit and a scam. So I was really hesitant, but after a stroke of luck, realistically, I joined UCM on Facebook, the Undeniable Closers Mastermind Facebook group. I had no idea who it was. I joined some other like job post groups that were just blatant scams in every single post. But this one was different. Once I joined, no one was hounding me to buy a course or anything. And I saw everyone was talking about like networking and personal branding and offer vetting, just like all these like skills and things that at the time I had no idea. Like I was like, what the fuck? But it was different. I wasn't being bombarded with like buy my course, buy my program. No one was DMing me or anything like that. And they were talking about like providing value to people to get referred jobs and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is it? Like this is just different. So I got really lucky actually, and I had some dude named Arjun, my dog, reach out to me randomly because I made an intro post in the Facebook community just basically saying I'm really new here. I don't know what to do, how this all works. And he reached out, and luckily enough, again, wasn't trying to sell me anything. He didn't work for UCM. He was just a dude trying to network. And he started showing me the ropes a little bit. Told me about who JD is. He's the man running the show, everything like that. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And at the time, JD had like this program called UCM VIP. So I was like, you know what? And it was like $50 a month, I think. So I was like, fuck it, I'll try it out. If I lose $50, I'll lose $50. But from there, I got to hop on a couple calls with him and ask some questions and things like that. And I found out he was a super chill dude, but he knew what the fuck he was talking about, and I was like blown away by that shit. So this was in August of 2023. Near the end of August, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and get into remote sales, but I didn't want to pay for the mentorship yet. I was like, I was kind of broke too, but I was still like stubborn and like guarded a little bit. But I was like, I know I want to do this. How I can figure it out myself, and so I tried. And I went a couple months, basically September, end of August, September, most of October, just networking, completely offerless until I got an offer. I made a video about this, about how I got absolutely scammed by this offer, so I say go check that out. It's on my channel. But I got fucked. Like I got fully scammed by this offer. Was not what it was advertised. I made $200 in a month. Had to go back to construction actually, and I left my stable 9 to 5 sales job for that offer, and I got fucked. Had to go back to construction because I knew I could get that job really quick, just doing some just general labor. And I was pretty down bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was really like, fuck, what did I do? Is this the right thing for me? And it was nearing the end of December, coming into the new year, and I decided that I would give it one more push. I was going to try remote sales one more fucking time, but I was going to do it right. I trusted JD by this point. I knew other people who were seeing success, who had started around the same time as me, and I knew I just had to go for it. So that's when I messaged him saying I wanted to go from good to great, and then I joined UCM. And long story short, it took me 3 weeks under his mentorship and his information, everything like that, to find a role. And I made about $2,000 in my next 10 days working on that offer. I booked a flight across the country to go live with my girlfriend again because we were doing long distance. And that was the beginning of my life changing. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from there. That offer died. I had to keep networking to find other opportunities. It got tough. It was difficult. But I had UCM, I had JD in my corner, and that was a sense of relief, even though it was really fucking hard. But the principles that I learned in UCM are the things that kept me going and eventually got me to the role that I've been in now since May. It's November now. So about half the year I've been on one role. It has changed my life. And again, all the principles, everything, the entire reason I'm here today, being able to talk about this, is because of what I learned in UCM and with JD. Now, JD as a person, he is a wizard. He's a fucking expert. He has been in high ticket sales for I think 7 or 8 years. He's been in sales for like 20 years or something. He knows this industry like the back of his hand. He's seen the ways it's changed. He's seen so many different situations play out, so he always has a fucking answer. Like, every time I show up to a call and I tell him I don't know what I'm doing, what the fuck, like I'm stressed out, he has an answer. I don't get it. He's like truly one of the wisest people I've ever met. And I could tell him that, and he'll be like, nah. But like he is. He's one of the wisest people I've ever met. He's a fucking wizard. And truthfully, this is like a huge reason that I really fucked with him as a person. He was open about like who he is as a person. Like, he did this shit for lifestyle, not to like just be rich and make a bunch of money and be this like shark sales guy. Like, he would post pictures of him like in Thailand, traveling, partying, having a good time. And I was like, this is a real dude. Like, this isn't like some fucking bot Grant Cardone, fucking Alex Hormozy, like work until you die kind of person. Like, he understands like why you're doing this, and I really related to that. That was like a huge reason. I was like, this is the guy I want to mentor me. He's figured out like the whole digital nomad, living a life of freedom, enjoying yourself, and making good money. So that's a little bit on who he is. But what I would also say is, if you did decide to join UCM, what to expect on the inside and actually how to maximize your time in UCM for success would be, I guess, expectations. You're going to get daily calls where you can speak to JD in a group setting. Abuse the fuck out of those. You should be on every single call you can. And when you're on those calls, you should be speaking up, asking questions. Even if it's a simple question that you think you know the answer for, this guy will completely 180 it, and you'll be like, what the fuck? How was that the right answer? So ask your questions and show up to every single call. I even try to get on as many calls as I can. There's a good chance you'll see me on one of those calls, so you can say what's up there. But be on those calls. If you're going to purchase UCM, make sure you are attending those calls. Now, the other thing a huge benefit you get out of being a part of UCM is the network of people in UCM themselves. You're basically paying for access to a existing network of people who have succeeded in remote sales. Can you see how that might be valuable and helpful for you actually succeeding in remote sales as well? There's a good shot, right? So you get access to JD, access to an amazing network, but also so much information, not just like sales training. Like, while his sales training advice is extremely valuable, you get information on how to network, all the strategies, the mindset, the idea behind networking, and how to actually succeed with it and take it outside of just sales, how to use networking in every area of your life imaginable, how to do personal branding and brand yourself in the space so you start getting opportunities coming to you inbound. You have people wanting to network with you because of the brand you've built, companies trying to work out with you. Like, it's crazy what personal branding can do, and he teaches this as well as networking and how synergistically they work together, as well as offer vetting. That was the thing where when I got scammed from that offer, that I didn't know how to offer vet, so I didn't know it was a fucking scam. I'm sure, like, I could look back now and see all the red flags, but I just didn't know. So you learn how to offer vet so you don't get fucked by scam opportunities. You also learn how to interview. This is the synergy between offer vetting and interviewing, is how to interview like a business owner, right? Because you're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you, because you're a contractor when you're working with these people. So you need to make sure that there is total alignment on both sides. Okay, these are just some of the things you're going to learn on the inside of UCM. What else? Those are just like skills, as I said, network, JD himself. Also sales plus, like how do you I know that I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but how do you exit sales um, properly? Because a lot of people take remote sales as a stepping stone. It's not the end all be all. It's usually your first step into online business and making money. You've probably tried some other shit like drop shipping and fucking crypto, hasn't worked for you, and now you're trying this because you're trying to get skills under your belt, right? Which is a great way to go about making money online. But you don't want to be a sales rep for the rest of your life. I know I sure as fuck don't. So how do you actually successfully take your next steps to ensure that you don't just crash and burn and end up back in sales, right? This is some of the shit that's taught inside of UCM and how valuable that is. So who I would say this is for and who it's not for: somebody who thinks you're going to get rich quickly doing remote sales and that this is going to be like a walk in the park. It's not. It is hard as fuck. Like I said, I got an offer within 3 weeks, made a bit of money, traveled with it, and then the offer died out of nowhere. Lead flow gone. Guess what I had to do? Find a new opportunity. Now, luckily, the principals in UCM had taught me how to fill a pipeline with opportunities, how to network, and it was a couple weeks later, I was on the current offer that I'm on now, and I was able to dig myself out of a financial hole because of that. But it was not easy. This is not for somebody who is looking to try and make a bunch of money in the next 3 months. This is, I would say, you better be prepared to be in sales for the next year of your life. That's who this is for. If you are prepared to be in remote sales full-time, full to part-time for the next year of your life, then I would consider looking at this. But if you're thinking like 3-4 months and I'm out, probably not for you. I don't know what fucking avenue of making money online is going to help you with that other than gambling on meme coins. That shit's hot right now. Maybe you could try that. But yeah, you have to have like a semi-long-term vision with this. You can start seeing success fairly quickly. Like I said, 3 weeks. But if you think this is a 3-month venture for you, it's no. You got to be prepared to be in remote sales. I'd say 6 to 12 months at least. But you will learn how to transition out of it if you please. Now, who this is for? Somebody who, like myself, who this is for, I'm just gonna say it's like basically who I was. I had worked a bunch of. Actually, I shouldn't say that because there's so many. Here's actually another benefit to UCM. There are so many different people, different kinds of people, so many different walks of life that are in UCM. So I'm just one archetype of the people that are in UCM. There are fucking parents, right? Like literal family men, family women in UCM. There are young guys like myself who just want to like make a bunch of money and start their online business journey. There are fucking people with professional backgrounds who wanted more freedom. It's for everyone. There are people, there are people with where English is their second language. UCM, like, it services all walks of life, but I guess what I would say is it's for people who do want to make some good money online, are willing to put in the work, and want to be assisted with that, and have someone in their corner who can help them. So, if this sounds like you, if you fall into any of those categories, or this doesn't sound like a fucking crazy idea, what I would suggest, or what I will do, is I'm going to put in the description a link for you to actually apply to work with JD, to join UCM and get his mentorship. Again, it was the best decision I ever made. It changed my life. 2024 has been the craziest year of my life. I'm aiming for 2025 to be even crazier. I might even be starting the year off doing the digital nomad shit, living in Mexico. This is all through UCM, me being able to do that. So I will put that link in the description for you to apply to be able to work with him, as well as a link, a free Google Doc that will detail just a little bit more about the remote sales industry, so you can decide whether or not this is actually what you want to be doing, because remote sales might not be for you. It's not for everyone, so I would definitely make sure you know a little bit more about the industry, as well as maybe join his Facebook community, and then book a call with him as well, so that you can actually see if you're a good fit, and if you are, you can be in there and start making some money online through remote sales. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you think I'm handsome or something. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.